That Dragon Cancer is not like most video games. In fact, it's not like most experiences that you'll have this year with any sort of media. It's a video game created by Ryan and Amy Green and a small team at Numinous Games. It highlights the death of Ryan and Amy's infant son, Joel, who was diagnosed with terminal cancer in November of 2010. It's a game that received a lot of attention for its subject matter. Websites were flooded with arguments as to whether or not it was really a game. I mean, sure, you play through it, but what little bit of playing that you do is mostly pointing and clicking, or just experiencing life through his eyes. It's a powerful game, and NPR had many segments on it, from This American Life all the way through having J.J. Sutherland from the podcast Shall We Play a Game on for the website. To quote Sutherland in the NPR article, "This isn't like most video games. You aren't shooting people here or running a race, but you're moving around the hospital. You can look at pictures and cards. Oh, you do fight dragons at one point. But most of it is clicking on ordinary objects, like a cell phone to hear a voicemail." Ryan, the developer of the game, used recordings of Joel's laughter and other audio collected during his son's life in the game. It's a part of a growing trend in games that focus more on the narrative rather than the experience of the game itself. Like The Last of Us, it's a game that focuses on connection and emotion, but it still revolves around death. As the game progresses, the religious elements stick out more. Both Ryan and Amy were devout Christians, so it makes sense that their game would take on a more religious aspect as it went on. Sam Zuki at Killscreen wrote a review of the game that highlighted its religious elements. He said that grief is eminently relatable, while faith is considered potentially alienating. The game is meant to be experienced from Ryan and Amy's point of view when it switches into this religious element. We hear them quote the Bible. They give lessons to Joel about God and why they should have hope. They console themselves. And the game's art style, which is beautiful pastel, shaded forms. Nothing is really whole. It's as though you're looking through Joel's eyes. But you see that the world is beautiful anyway.